right, everybody. Welcome to Two Putts Podcast. I'm Jake Landry.
Nick Huff here.
And we're back. I think we had a week hiatus last week, kind of busy weekend. But
Jake turned on me and did a podcast with there was like a program where you could help run a podcast with some students, and he did that instead. So
yeah, turn the double. Yeah, it's gonna be a good pod.
He's a two-timer, is what we call him around these parts.
Oh my gosh. Well, here's the thing. My sister visited last weekend, like usually when we record, so that was part of the reason. But we did talk about the fruit tier list. And I have to say that the cantaloupe, Nick, you said it was real controversial. I didn't think putting cantaloupe in S tier was that controversial, but I was told that it's not S tier apparently.
Well, I knew what we were doing when we were putting it in S tier, right? Like
you said it. Yeah.
I called it immediately. And here's what I'm gonna tell you. I hate your opinion if you don't think it's S tier. It's our tier list. If you want it, you start a podcast and put your tier list on it, lady.
Again, when it is at its peak ripeness, I still think cantaloupe fits in a fruit salad with all the S tier fruit, which by association makes it S tier.
Dude, but here's what I'm going to tell you. When I go to parties with fruit salad, and maybe the cantaloupe's not at its ripeness.
No, people put in there's so much bad cantaloupe out there.
No, so people actively avoid the cantaloupe, right? Which is where I knew the hot take was coming. But if you catch it on that one day where it's chef's kiss, brother, I could eat cantaloupe all day.
I'll say this: if you come at me with like honeydew is better than cantaloupe, I got nothing.
Well, no one's gonna argue that.
I hope not.
I'll tell you this: if someone ever tells me that, it's on site. I'm throwing fists immediately.
Yeah, I'm still coming to terms with this whole thing, but you have. So I gotta let you know. Last week, we did not do Dunkin's, and we're officially off the morning Dunkin's. We're committed to our own breakfast. You know I'm off coffee because I got my coffee withdrawal headache this week. So
yo, how bad was it yesterday? Did you?
It was fine. You were wrong. I was over the withdrawal.
I gaslit him, dude.
You did. You're like So here's what actually happened: is we used our French press for like the first time, and I didn't realize because Melanie had put it back together that she didn't put the filter part on. It was just, if you ever have a French press, it's like this metal part with these like bigger holes. But if you don't have the like filter screen part attached to it, when you push down, it's like all the coffee grounds are just going to come up. So like I made this coffee on Tuesday, and Melanie, the trooper she is, she was like, well, I'm just going to drink it and try not to get any of the million coffee grounds in here in my mouth. And I was like, you do that. I'm not going to have coffee. By the afternoon, headache. The next day, terrible headache. Now that day, when I thought I was getting over it, Nick's like, dude, your tomorrow is going to be even worse. The third day, making it sound like it's going to be Requiem for a Dream over here. Like, it was nothing, dude. It was a 2-day thing. It was out of my system. I was good to go. Like, I was maybe a bit addicted, but not that serious. You know what I mean?
Dude.
But also my cat just turned on my printer, so if anyone heard printer noises, I'm like trying to combat my cat.
You have a printer?
Right, yeah, which we never use. It has no ink. I can't afford ink. But anyway, well that's a
topic for a different day, yeah. Brother. Yeah, I have a printer too with no ink.
Jesus.
I think that's a staple in any household.
Gosh, that was so overwhelming. Anyway.
No, dude, Dunkin', I got beef with Dunkin', bro. And it's my thing is consistency. Much like referees, right? Maybe it's a slight OCD of mine. But one of the coffee places I go to, Dunkin', one of the Dunkins I go to, dude, they stir your drink, right? They use a spoon.
Yeah, the little metal thing. Yeah.
Dude, they stir it, right? So I thought that was a standard practice. Today, get Dunkin'.
Standard practice.
Today at Dunkin', I'm watching him make my coffee, and he hits me with one of the twirls.
Oh, when he turns it upside down, or does the
he didn't turn it upside. Yeah,
I used to do the because my first job was Dunkin' Donuts, not the twirl. You got to turn it upside down. You got to do the full. Yeah, you got to do the full.
Me being me, bro, I'm looking around like, did anyone see this dude's stunt he just pulled? Like, he didn't do the standard practice. Now, did I say anything? Absolutely not. But you know what I did do? I put the straw and took a sip, drank all the syrup. right off rip, dude.
Yeah.
And you know what? The rest of my coffee tasted like that day.
Bland. Yeah.
Bleep it out. I was so pissed. And then you know what? Just on top of it, they didn't toast my whole sandwich. They only toasted the bun. So I had to eat rock hard cheese, dog. Dude, I'm heated.
Rock hard cheese. Tell me the cheese was frozen?
Yeah. They didn't put it in the little thingy. They didn't put it in the oven.
Can I tell you though, if and I'm all about melted cheese, but there is something to be said for a nice, Land O'Lakes, Orange American, fresh from the fridge, cold piece of cheese. Reminds me of childhood.
Dude,
back when the deli
used to give you
Land O'Lakes. No, fair enough. But you just made me nostalgic for just a piece of cheese at the deli.
Did I eat the sandwich and say anything? Yeah. And then to add insult to injury, I took a bite and one of my bacon pieces falls out. I'm like, bro.
Well, this is why I'm off Dunkin's, and actually it's probably about time that I reveal something to you, because now we've committed that we're not having Dunks, and you graciously brought me a Dunk sandwich. Was it yesterday or was it Thursday?
Yeah, though that not because I was thinking of you.
No,
I want that.
But you got it for free. But I want you to know, because you had to be out of school all day. And so the moment you left, I threw it directly in the trash because I'm off Dunks. Like, I know this is shocking for you, but no, it was like, it's not for me. It's not for me. So I want you to know, like, I can't mess with those sandwiches anymore.
I want it on record, first off.
This is new information for you.
Want it on record.
When our janitor came in at the end of the day to empty the trash, I had a moment of like, oh man, I hope like Nick doesn't see that the Dunkin's
dude back. That's why you were so weird when I came back. No, I want it on record. So I ordered a sandwich and online, right? The whole point of ordering online is so you can go and you can just pick it up. No interaction with anybody. Well, when I get there, my sandwich ain't done, dog. Are you for real? Dude, with the speed they made my sandwich today at the Dunkin' I was at, I know it should have been done. So finally, this lady was like, yeah, bacon, egg, and cheese on a croissant. And I'm like, whatever, dude. Close enough to my order. I'll take it. Thanks. Well, it was someone else's order. So it had something else in. So I was like, yeah, Jake probably wants it. And now I'm never doing anything nice again.
Hey.
Because, dude, that's a stunt.
But didn't you throw
something?
Gave
it to Shaney or something.
Yeah, no, you're right. Well, that's the thing. I think so. This is a good segue to our next topic, which is I would consider Dunkin' Donuts fast food. And yes, it's probably something that I would eat more. Like for example, there was a time, like a short period of time years ago, where it was like, let's hit those McDonald's breakfast sandwiches. It's cheap. It's right on the way. 2 days of that, it was like a summer camp where I was like, oh, I'll hit McDonald's for breakfast. That's the hack. 2 days later, I'm like, I'll like, no, it's so bad for you. Like, I can taste the death in it.
That's what makes it so good, though.
But
brother.
Dunkin' Donuts is a step down from that feeling of impending death after eating it. But you could still like it's not great.
Dunkin', you feel like your arteries are clogging. No, McDonald's, you feel like your heart's gonna stop. Dunkin', you just immediately have to poop.
Now, those I would put in the category of fast food, Nick. But I was sitting having a great dinner with my sister and my wife, and we were talking about the tier list, the fruit tier list, having a great time. And then all of a sudden, we're talking this, and that, and I say, oh, well, like, we go to Chipotle. We're Chipotle people. Like, we have it's a great way to get, things that are good for, little lettuce, little this, little that. They're cooking it right in front of you. It's, and my sister goes, yeah, but I don't do fast food. Chipotle's not fast food. And for all of you out there that needed to hear this and need someone to have your back the next time you get Chipotle's not fast food, Nick. It's not. It's not in the same category. It's just.
I don't
want you looking up and bringing outside information into this.
No, dude, the outside information. The outside information agrees with you. Are you ready for what it says?
Thank you. Even though I still don't want it, but go ahead.
Let me pull my glasses down like seriously. I do. Chipotle is widely considered by the industry to be fast casual, not fast food. Here's what I'm going to tell you. The reason that it is fast food, dude. When I walk in, yes, sometimes there's a line, but there's a line at Chick-fil-A. You consider that fast food, right? So
Chick-fil-A is fast food, yeah.
would you consider Subway fast food? Yeah, see, if you say yes, your Chipotle argument goes in the toilet immediately.
Yeah, that's tough. No,
because
here's it. Well, okay, go ahead.
Chipotle is not considered fast food by imbeciles like you and according to the internet because it's relatively healthy, right? Dude, no. If I walk in and I'm in there with no line and they don't make my thing in 2 minutes, right? I'm already raging.
But it's not about the speed, it's about the quality of food. That's more where it's not the speed part of it, it's the quality part of it. So that's where I would, right, if I hear what you're saying with Subway, but I would think of Subway quality as above McDonald's and like Wendy's and Burger King and like those, which are like at the, those are fast food. Like
I know, but they're so good.
No, bro. They are. They're crack, but like but Subway is like, it's not the quality of food that Chipotle is. I'm not saying that Chipotle is like a restaurant.
Dude, Chipotle's finessed you, dude. Their quality of food ain't all that, bro.
You've been finessed
by Chipotle.
I don't know if I agree with that. And my sister said too that it's like D quality food. I'm like, what?
Okay. Well, look, her cantaloupe cake is wrong, and D quality food. Stop messing with that.
If we say McDonald's, Burger King, and Wendy's are F, right? I mean, we can say they're F.
F quality of food.
Well, there's something's got to set the standard.
Burger King and everything is an F, dude.
Okay, what would you put McDonald's at?
Well, quality of food, dude. They're not even on the tier list.
We're not talking about how it tastes.
Okay.
We're not talking about how
all right,
it tastes.
Dude. I thought you were coming at.
No. Listen.
Dude, body by McDonald's, brother.
Dude, love it. Don't get me wrong, but
the quality of food is bad.
The cracky part of it, but Taco Bell, like when I'm eating it, I know I'm eating dog food.
No, Taco Bell's, dude, if you're putting that in F, I got beef with you. They're at least a low C tier quality.
Well, this is the list that like we should be doing because we are going to do some tier lists because like you said in our pre-pod meeting, that's become our bag. But Taco Bell, I got to tell you, every time we have Domino's, because like sometimes we have Melody's family, my stomach, dude. No, I can't do Domino's. And every
dude, because you're soft, dude.
I'm not soft. Dude, I am, trust me, when it comes to eating bad food and drinking to excess.
Dude, you ate 5 pancakes the other day and we're out for the count.
It was 8. So here's what I'm going to say to you. Chipotle deserves its, we need to look at eateries and come up with some new terms. Okay, like if you look at German as a language, okay, anthropology corner, okay.
Here we go.
I don't know them because Melody and I don't talk about this. Like I'm interested generally, but not interested in the specifics. But German is an example of a language where they have a lot of different words for specific things. I think Japanese is also similar here, where you like find these really interesting words that describe like sensations or things that like English doesn't have words for. I think we need to develop some new terminology around these eateries because lumping them all into these simple categories we have does not reflect the reality we have in these modern times. So,
well, you're a thinker, dude. You're a thinker, and no one else wants to think, dude. It's fast food or fast casual. Which, come on, bro. You got the word "fast" in it. It's all the same.
That's why I don't like that fast. I want that fast out.
But how would you? So it's just food?
But those designations are about time. They're not about quality. I'd rather have designations about quality. Like I'd rather. Fast food, we call it something that fits more the quality. This is all fresh coming here, so we clearly have to go to the drawing board. We'll come back to this topic, but I think we can agree there's a need for a new understanding.
Next week, you better come with.
I know, seriously, damn.
Because it's all about speed, right? I guess we call it a restaurant. We don't call it slow food.
Yeah, but here's the thing: there's places that can do things quickly that have high quality food.
Name 2 other than Chipotle.
Well, Tasty Yolk, but I would say near us. Like, are you talking about franchises? Like, I'm just saying, like, you
Yo,
can.
you want to hear a messed up story, dude? I'll shout my mom up right now. Speaking of franchises, all right? Nothing to do with fast food, but I'm gonna go in my bag right here. All right, sophomore year, we take a test, and it's like what could you do as a job, right? And it's like this 2 hour test, dude. And me being like the little I am, dude. Our swears are off.
I know it's bad.
I took it mad serious. So I was like, all right, like, dude, it took me 2 blocks of class to finish because like I really thought about every question. And at the end of it, the number one job that was recommended was franchise owner, right?
Wow.
And me, I'm a big sports guy. So like when I think of franchises, I think of like the Red Sox, the Yankees, the Celtics, the Avalanche, right? So I come home and I'm like, Mom, I'm gonna be the owner of a baseball team. Or I was like, Mom, I'm gonna be a franchise owner. And she's like, oh yeah, I'd love to come visit your Burger King when you have one. What you mean? What you mean? No, I'm talking about the Red Sox. She's like, no, Nick, no. A franchise is like Friendlies or Outback. I'm like, damn, dude. So I didn't want to. But going back, dude, I'm heated about the Chipotle. You really got me gassed up. I didn't know I was going to get this angry, even though I knew it was going to be a topic.
We might have to. I mean, I'm just saying, rice, beans, salsa, lettuce, tomato, sautéed vegetables feels like a different category to me, and it's all like made there. It's not like crazy GMO this or that. It's probably like the same sort of peppers and stuff you get in your Stop and Shop. So it's just like I don't see how we can. You know,
I'll agree with you on the quality, but
I mean, is the meat questionable? Maybe. I mean, they're probably buying it in extreme bulk. Who knows where it's coming from? But they're cooking it on a grill in front of you. Oh, this was something I was thinking about this morning when I was thinking about this. Do you think that the meat at Wendy's or McDonald's and Burger King to me is just like doesn't even exist anymore? But like, do you think that that meat is raw and that they're putting a raw patty on the grill and cooking it for you? No way. They're probably microwaving something, or they're cooking something that's already been frozen. Like, I don't believe that it's.
Then you obviously don't know Wendy's slogan. It's fresh and never frozen. So
okay, that's
you're not a real fan.
Listen, it kind of makes me want to get a job, you know, for the summer just to infiltrate and do some research. But then I'd never want to eat there again, which would be a shame because I hate it. But ever since I was a child, just Wendy's and I have a special connection.
Yeah, those square patties do a number on you.
Dude, I gotta tell you, I used to just rip classic triples. Like, I remember distinctly junior year bringing my girlfriend at the time, and she didn't get anything, and I just ate a full classic triple combo in front of her. Like, my lord. Ugh.
Dude,
yikes.
Geez. For those of you who don't know, that's literally 3 patties stacked on top.
It's a lot.
Dude, I used to call it the heart stopper.
Well, see, that's the thing is you say like I can't hang and stuff, and you don't realize what I've put this body through. It's been quite a lot.
You know what my order was? 2 Baconator meals, no mayo, dog.
All right,
so you're messing with a dog here.
All right, fair enough. All right, so let's move on from that topic. We'll definitely circle back to it. But one of the things, just now that baseball's going, we've talked about this before, but I feel like it was with other sports, and now it just is back again. If your team loses 6 runs to 1, and that 1 is a 450-foot homer, that highlight of that homer should not be one of the main things on ESPN because your team lost by 5. You didn't win.
But I think it should be in the highlight tape, like for the recap of the game.
No, of course, but it's not something that should be like, oh my gosh, because like if I turn on my
there shouldn't be a segment about it or anything.
If I turn on my ESPN app and I see a highlight, to me it should to me, and if you're like, oh well, that's an assumption, okay, but that's how it should be. Like, I'm assuming it's something that led to the team winning the game, right? Like, that's the significance of the play. Like, for example, last night the Bruins got eliminated from the playoffs, and there was a big goal. There were 2 big goals by Florida to tie it and then to win it. If they show one of those highlights, great. But if instead they showed the Bruins highlight when they lost 2-1, it'd be like, what are you doing? That's not the story. You know what I mean? Like, the highlight that you show about a game, especially a major game, should in some way impart the story of the game. So if it's a trash score, like, you know, slam dunk, homer, whatever it is, that the team lost and it didn't have a significant impact, strike 2, strike 3. Like
Question for you. You
Yeah.
know, SportsCenter has the top 10 plays.
Sure.
What's your take on that?
So
like,
that's
if it's
different. I'm talking
Okay.
about when I open my ESPN app, which we're going to say is an entertainment app, but really it's a news app. That's what it is. I mean, all the information we're getting about the games, the articles, it's a news app. That's what it is. It's sports news. What does ESPN even stand for?
Eastern Sports Network or something.
ESPN, Eastern Sports Pacific Net. Anyway, my point is it feels like, just like on Two Putts, we have a podcast. We have a journalistic duty that we bring to what we bring to you.
We're influencers.
We oh my gosh. But we bring a degree of truth and accuracy to the things that we talk about here, because that is your duty. And I just feel that
relatively speaking.
No, but I just feel like ESPN has in the financial world, we call it a fiduciary, commitment or duty to tell the truth, to do the right thing, to represent things accurately. And I feel like the highlight culture is failing us, and I got problems with it. So that's my take on that. You said you
No, I agree 100%. Like if you lose 7-3 in hockey and your 3 goals are a hat trick by somebody, like, I don't really care. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you probably scored 1 garbage time goal where no one was trying. Like, and again, I don't really know how hockey works. Or here's a great example, when Devin Booker scored 70 against the Celtics and lost. Like, to me, yeah, he scored a lot of points, but it didn't win. Like, if you score 70, your team should be winning the game. Like, I don't want to watch him score baskets and then see at the end, well, the Celtics won by 15.
Right.
Like, I agree 100%. I do think I do agree where, like, in the top 10 plays, it's different. And
but that's something on TV. That's not on the ESPN app.
Well, see, I don't use the ESPN app. I don't use Sports app because I just intrinsically know a lot of information,
Yeah, that's great. I'm happy for you. For us normal
No, I use
people,
Twitter. Or X as they call it. But so when I see, like, this happen, then I look at the score down in the bottom right or whatever. I'm like, well, they're losing. And I'm going to get into my bag here real quick. In Call of Duty, I play Call of Duty, and there's things called montages, and you have to get clips for the montages. And I was like, when they get a clip and they're losing the game, even in the video game, I'm like, well, dude, that clip's horrible because you're not even winning. Like, you did it in an unmeaningful time. So, like, I look at that in all aspects. Like, if you're losing, yeah, who cares if it was a highlight play? Like, maybe I want to look at it and watch it, but don't talk about it like it was important.
100%. Like, if I am playing FIFA and I score 6 amazing goals and I lose the game 8-6, I'm not gonna save the replays and make Nick watch it the next day. You know what I mean? Not that I do that even in winning, but yeah, it just I just think it's a problem in general with sports. Actually, last night I was watching the Knicks eventually get completely dismantled by the Pacers, but they were talking about...
Oh, that's huge for the season.
Yeah, they were talking about Hartenstein or Hertenstein, their center. And you would like this, Nick. They were saying that his dad, when he was like coming up, would instruct him, okay, this quarter you're not allowed to shoot even once. Go make an impact on the game. And that helped him develop his passing. And again, I just think, like, I don't know if you saw, like, the Tyreek Hill, like, camper running past Tyreek Hill thing. Like, I just think sometimes we get so caught up in, like, the individual, AAU culture, Jason Tatum selfishness. Like, it just, yeah, I know. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, you had to throw a dig at JT, dog.
I feel like we need more focus on the team winning aspect than the individual doing something woo aspect. That would be my opinion on that.
No, I agree. I think, but it goes back to way back in our podcast where there aren't really, and this kind of can transition into what we're going to talk about next. There aren't really fans of teams. It's you're a fan of the player. So, like, like for instance, like there's a lot of Inter Miami fans because Lionel Messi is now on that team, right? But if Lionel Messi goes to Bayern Munich in Germany, there's going to be a lot of Bayern Munich fans. Like that's just how it goes. That's just how our culture is. So if Jason Tatum left the Celtics and went to the Orlando Magic, well, there's going to be some Orlando Magic fans.
That's a
like,
good point.
So that's just so.
I will not be one of them.
Well, I know.
Well, I know you're a big Grizzlies fan now that Marcus Smart is there.
Actually, he did impact the team very much.
No, but I'm talking about you being a fan of them, though.
Yeah, I actually do like the Grizzlies, but not because of Marcus Smart. But yeah, so I think ESPN knows that that's the case. So like if Jason Tatum gets a highlight, even in a losing effort, they're going to talk about it. If LeBron James, here's a great example. LeBron James isn't even playing in the playoffs and there's still 20-minute segments about him because ESPN knows that's what people want to hear. As annoying as it is to like real fans, the casual fan wants to talk about LeBron James and Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes, even when they're not playing. Like that's why there's football segments even before the NFL draft.
No, it's a good take.
That's what people want to hear.
Good takes. Good takes. I'm
a borderline genius, so of course my takes are solid.
So lingering thoughts on long story short, Premier League ends tomorrow. Okay. Arsenal has I would like to say had a chance, but has a chance to win their first title in quite a long time. They've been building a team that honestly, Nick, I like. I don't like Arteta, but I do like this Arsenal squad. I really do. I like a lot of their players. We've talked about that throughout the year. But as a Tottenham fan, I hate Arsenal. Okay? And so, we had a unique sort of situation where basically Manchester City on Tuesday played Tottenham. If Tottenham was able to draw or beat City, it would have basically given Arsenal the chance to easily win the Champions League. But if Tottenham lost to City, obviously City has to win this weekend, but there's no reason why they shouldn't against West Ham. Now City, because they did beat Tottenham, are basically going to steal the title from Arsenal. Going into the game, me, and I know I'm not the only Tottenham fan, was like, guys, you have no chance to win this game. Make sure you lose it because we do not want Arsenal winning the title. Now, Tottenham is sitting 5th. If they had won that game, they would have had a chance to maybe get 4th for the Champions League. So there's quite a lot of layers to this situation. But, Nick, you are someone who does not understand why Tottenham fans would want them to lose. Or maybe more than other folks.
My thing is, so for those of you who don't know soccer at all, there's leagues around Europe. There's an English league, which is widely considered the most competitive of the bunch. There's a Spanish league. There's a German league. There's all these. And the top 4 teams on the table, so there's a table on if you win, you get 3 points. If you draw, you get 1. If you lose, you get 0. And whoever has the most points at the end wins the league. There's no playoffs, which a lot of Americans don't like. Because they're American and can't think, are not open-minded. But that's a different story. But if you finish 4th or above, you qualify for what's called the Champions League, and those are the top 4 teams in all of the European leagues. For each league, the top 4 teams, and they play, and then it's a tournament, and it's really cool. And so the Spurs had a chance to go in and beat Man City, which Man City, for those of you who don't know, has been the best team in my opinion, Europe for the past 2 or 3 years. Go in and beat them and qualify and really get a chance to qualify for the Champions League. They would have had to win this week, or draw, but I think they could have done it. And I just don't know why, as a fan, you wouldn't want them in the most, like the upper echelon, the top tier, the most competitive league in the world. Like, to play against the best teams. And I know you think they're not good enough, but like in the NBA, even when the 8 seed makes the playoffs, it's like, well, at least they're getting experience. You know what I mean? So they know what it's like. They know what to expect. They know, like, I just think it's important to go play.
Well, in a kindergarten classroom, when we build the blocks up, we don't knock it down. We unbuild it. We take it apart piece by piece. So that's what I'm going to do with your argument here. Okay, we're going to unbuild that.
It's because it's
argument.
such a good argument.
Okay?
You have to do
we
that.
Don't just want to knock it down. We want to unbuild. So one of the things that we had talked about was what's called the merit pay. Okay, so that's when the season ends, teams are paid, or they win money based on their position in the Premier League. And there's also like international money that comes in exactly based on, Europe, or all sorts of things that get really complicated. So I just pulled up while you were talking a table of.
So you weren't even listening. So I already know this dismantling of an argument.
I was listening, but I knew that we wanted to talk about the financials. So I wanted to bring that into this as well, right? Because isn't this something we talked about?
Yes.
So Aston Villa is going to get 4th place, and Tottenham. Now, here's what I will say. If Tottenham loses and Chelsea wins, although Tottenham's playing the literally worst ranked team, like they're playing Sheffield United, so you have to imagine that Tottenham will win.
They have 3 wins, though.
No, listen, Sheffield United could beat Tottenham on the last day, but assuming that all the places hold, because that's part of the argument, right, is obviously the Champions League is a big thing, but also the money that you get at the end of the season. But here's what I'm going to tell you, dude. If Tottenham was to, be in their place, they're going to get about 50 million euros. Okay. Aston Villa is going to get 54. Okay. Now I'm sure there's some Champions League bonus or something like that, but here's what I'm going to say to you. Tottenham, and again, I've been there. Okay. They're not quite ready for the Champions League. They're just not. They're not going to win or do really well. And don't bring up the year where they went to the final against Liverpool. That's so irrelevant to this current team. It's not dealing with the facts.
Completely different team. I agree 100%.
It's just not the facts in front of us.
Different manager. I agree. I wasn't even going to bring that up. Well, I forgot they played.
You did earlier in the week, so I just want to spare you the embarrassment of doing it again. So I'm glad that we.
Here's what I'm going to tell you. For the teams that don't finish 4th, 5th, and 6th, or 5th, they play in what's called the Europa League.
League, which they have more of a chance of being successful.
You get money for the Europa League. Yeah, blah, blah, blah.
And if you win the Europa League, you qualify for the Champions League the next year. And for Tottenham, it would be, and I understand
when's the last time
it would be a
Premier
lesser
League
trophy.
Team, when's the last time the Premier League won a Europa League?
It's a good question.
Exactly. But here's what. Yeah. But if you bring up, dude, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, he's not dead, but I treat him like he's basically Jesus. He said losers play on Wednesdays. And when does the Europa League play? Wednesdays, dog.
I think losers they play on Thursdays, yeah.
Whatever. He said losers play in the middle of the week. All right? And you know who's going to – that's what he said. And so Tottenham are winners that lose, dude. They're not losers that win. Or no, they're losers that win. If you want a team to lose on purpose, dude, you're messing with the soccer gods, bro. I'm telling you, they don't play. If we were a betting pod, I'd say throw the ranch on Sheffield United.
No way. No chance. No chance.
Dude, you're messing with the gods, dog. You're messing with the soccer gods.
But this is what I'm going to tell you, and this is the thing, is it's not that they lost on purpose. They really didn't. They didn't.
The fans wanted them to lose on purpose.
I wanted them to. The fact that City had to work as hard as they did, I did not appreciate. I would have liked a little bit of a. Yeah, go ahead.
Son missed on purpose. I mean, let's just be real. He kicked it right at the goalie. Like, dog, I would have finished that. I mean, I've been getting good at soccer, but
yeah, I know
I still would have finished it.
I guess what I'm just saying is that I hear you, but this is a unique thing that Arsenal winning the title would be far more painful than Tottenham not making the top 4. Because again, and I'm sorry, but this is just I love my Tottenham. I want them to be successful. And for them right now, a Europa League run would be far more entertaining and rewarding and successful than a Champions League run. And I don't really see what's the point of them. Okay, fine. Like, yes, they make to the Champions League. Like, oh my gosh. But then it's like, they can't even get out of the group. If they get out of the group, they're out in the round of 16. That's not for me personally right now. I'd rather see them make a run at a cup they can win. And to me, the Europa League Cup, I would love to see that run. And then you start your success and you build, and now you're automatically in the Champions League. You've had a year to just, like, part of Tottenham's problem this year is that
Here's what I'm gonna tell you, dude.
let me say this. They started out so well that we look at all this as a disappointment. But when you think about how the years before the year started, what it looked like they projected, fifth would have been like a great season. So I understand Aston Villa is above you, and that seems crazy, but that could just as easily be Chelsea. And then we'd all be like, well, that makes sense. So good for Aston Villa. They had a great season.
I'm not hating on Aston
Villa. It
Villa.
could be Man United and Chelsea are below Tottenham. Based on the teams that came into the season and the expectations, that's a win for Tottenham. And I understand, like, circumstances change, whatever, but this is a good season for Tottenham. This was a good year for them, and this is a good finish for them.
I just looked it up. Just speaking on the financials, all right? You get paid just to be in the Champions League $15.6 million. That's for reaching the group stage.
What about the Europa League?
The winner, I looked it up. The winner of the Europa League, you're going to laugh. Dude, this is sick, dude. It's really not good. The winner, if you win the whole thing, you make $8 million this year.
And just to get to the Champions League, you get 15,
just to get to the champion. Are you ready for this? 15.6 million euros. To draw, you get 930,000 euros. If you win in the group stage, it's 2.8. Then you get on top of that, if you make it to the round of 16, 10 million. You get past that, dude, you make so much money in the thing. And that's why I'm saying, like, $15 million is a lot of money. That's the difference between being able to sign a player and not being able to sign a player.
Yeah, I understand.
I just don't want you to fall in the I'm
have plenty of money,
mediocrity.
But they have plenty of money. They have what they need to do what they need to do, and to get themselves in a good position for next year. And again, I think the Europa League. I understand what you're saying. Okay, fine, you got me on the financials. I did realize I omitted that halfway through. Was hoping you wouldn't catch it. It happened. We're all accepting it. We're moving forward. I still think the Europa League is a fine place for them for next year. And it gives them the opportunity to win a trophy. They have not won a trophy in 50 years or something stupid like that. Let's get a trophy. Let's do it.
I mean, losers that win. I mean, that's what they are. Actually, they're losers that lose.
Listen, being a Tottenham fan is it's a rough life, but I'm glad we got to talk about them on the pod. So I'm glad. And again, I would have liked them to work harder to lose on Tuesday, but they still were able to get it done. So I'm happy either way.
You're messing with the soccer gods,
Arsenal,
bro. They're not. I'm telling you, they're losing to Sheffield United.
But you know what? Tomorrow, City is gonna hoist the trophy, and Arsenal, where Arteta, just like last week, was like, I'm already visualizing the moment we lift the trophy. Really? Well, how's that going for you now? So
here's what I'm going to tell you. Just disclaimer. We are not financial. It is a risk to gamble money. We do not recommend it or condone it. So do not make that bet.
The one you talked about Sheffield? Yeah, don't bet on Sheffield.
Just want that on the record.
Also, it's a terrible bet. Don't bet on Sheffield tomorrow. Tottenham's absolutely going to lose their last game.
Here's what I'm telling you.
Win their last game. Win.
Jake's messing with the soccer guys. That's all I'm saying. All right.
We're moving on to a tier list. So stand by for that. First of all, Nick, we had Teacher Appreciation Week. It was really great. Had some really nice things brought in. And one of them, our principal and vice principal bought 3, catering things, like something, a big pasta thing would be served in full of pancakes. So that's what we referred to earlier when we were talking about eating all those pancakes. And tons of toppings. We went in, we were like the first ones there. We, got some, I mean, for me, a little butter, a little maple syrup. I think I put some blueberries and strawberries on it. Here we go. Nick went even though I believe you had said just the day before when I had bought you some food that you were on a diet or something like that, but whatever. So Nick went for the chocolate, the sprinkles, all the things, whatever it was.
As you rightfully so.
But this was the thing that was, I would say, for me, slightly traumatizing. It was certainly surprising. Was, you have all your toppings on your pancakes, whatever it is, and then, oh man, I forgot the next part of this too. So Nick grabs, so all the toppings are obviously on the top pancake, but when you're using your fork to, like any other human being would, get some pieces off, you get the layers. So you're taking a bite of a layered section out of the overall circumference of the pancake. Not Nick. He picks up the first pancake, makes it like a taco, eats all the toppings and the first pancake, but there's still two underneath that now have no toppings, no maple syrup to speak of. It was very puzzling for me. Then, if I can continue, Nick, at bowling, the next day, this lasted for 2 days, this conversation of how to eat a pancake. We were going to do it last week, but we ended up not recording. And then we get to bowling and he goes, well, just wait until you find out why. Okay. You're going to feel bad when you find out why. I'm like, okay. So we're sitting there and he says, I have really bad fine motor skills. I can't use a fork to cut into a pancake.
The truth.
I've seen this dude write notes and fill a sticky note. You can't hold the pencil and do the things that I've seen you do, dude, and then tell me that you can't hold the fork, have the edge of the fork cut in. Those two things do not, the math isn't mathing on that one. So anyway, we're going to do a tier list of pancakes, but I had to start with just...
Well, it's also dude, not only do I have poor fine motor skills, it's also I'm an efficient eater. I need to get...
But the other two pancakes now have no flavor. I can't get over.
Here's the thing. If it's a good pancake, dude, you don't got to worry about that.
Then why did you put toppings all over it then?
Because, dude, I'm a whore for toppings. I mean...
Oh, Lord.
I'm a big... Froyo. I don't get Froyo for the yogurt. Dude, I'm there for the toppings.
All right, that's fair. See, I'm not a toppings guy. We went to Cold Stone. You graciously bought me Cold Stone.
Yeah, you made me sick with your order, dude.
Yeah, and I can't. I'm not a big toppings guy. But so anyway, on that note, we're about to do a tier list of pancake toppings. So the first one's apple. Nick, I'm curious what your thoughts are on apple as a pancake topping.
Here's what I'm going to tell you. All fruit on pancakes F tier, and I'm not. That's my opinion.
Well, that's wrong, but we'll definitely put apple in F. I agree. If you're putting apple on your pancakes, bacon as a topping?
No, D.
If you cut it up into bacon bits, you might be able to convince me, but I agree with D. Banana.
You know where banana's going, dog. No one eats bananas, dude. I'm going to die on that hill even after I've been told.
Sorry, but banana are a B. Banana are B for pancakes, but there's such... Have you ever heard of the Jack Johnson song, Banana Pancakes? Now, in that case, they're baked into the pancake, but still, dude, it's
here's what I'm going to say. There are some just sick people out there.
All right. I'm going to put blueberries in B as well. If you want, I'll drop bananas down to C.
But I can live with that.
All right.
But
go ahead.
Butter is S tier. Just put it in there.
Yeah, butter's S tier. If you're not putting a little bit of butter on your pancake, I'm just...
While we're there, just go over to maple syrup and put it in S tier,
too.
Yeah,
let's put maple syrup up there, too. Maple syrup and butter, those are...
Here's what I'll tell you. Very similar to the cantaloupe. If you disagree with this, it's literally on site. And I'll give you one choice, dog.
All right. I'll tell you what I want to do with chocolate chips.
You're gonna piss me off.
It's a D for me. I can't stand... I'm sorry. Come back. Listen,
Are you... You're...
I don't like chocolate chips and pancakes. I feel like chocolate chips in
I can't hear a word you're saying. All of it is irrelevant.
I know.
Dude, there's no way you're going to look me in the eyes right now through Zoom and say it's a D.
Chocolate chips are not that good in pancakes.
You're going to put them below bananas?
Yeah. Any fruit is going to be better. See, here's the thing. Fruit is full of moisture and it's nice but chocolate chips are kind of they're dry in a certain way. Like even when they're melted,
That's what the maple syrup's for, dog. It's A, and the lowest I'll go is B, and it's a better B above damn blueberries.
I'll put
I'll
put chocolate chips in
dude,
A, but
there's no way. Dude, you just said that to piss me off. There's no way that you put chocolate chips in D.
No, I'm quite serious.
Dude,
I'm not a big chocolate chip guy when it comes to pancakes.
Here's what I will tell you: chocolate
and I
syrup.
listen, I love chocolate. It's just not in pancakes.
Chocolate syrup, I would be in D tier because that replaces the maple syrup.
D tier, Now I'm gonna say this: cinnamon, underrated in general. Nick feels like it's not underrated. It gets its due in society. I disagree. I think people would be appalled if you chose a cinnamon thing over a chocolate thing. The other day we're at Trader Joe's. We're looking at these pastries. As soon as we walk in, there's the chocolate baklava that we've gotten 600,000 times. It's great. But then there was also, no, not baklava. What's it called? I don't know, whatever. There's the chocolate pastry. And then there's, babka, the chocolate babka. It's great at Trader Joe's. Try it. It's fantastic. But then there was this item that I had never seen, which means like it's who knows when you're going to see it again. And it was a cinnamon, like coffee Danish, type thing. It looked amazing. Melanie's like, there's no chance we're getting that over chocolate. Why? So anyway.
Cinnamon's A or B tier.
Yeah, I don't really put it on pancakes, but I would put it in A just because it's cinnamon. How could it be bad? Mixed with a little bit of sugar. What about a fried egg?
F. I'm not throwing. No, dude. If I'm sweet, I'm staying sweet. Honey, F, dude. Honey's butt cheeks, dude.
No, Melanie doesn't like honey either. I don't know what's wrong with you guys. I don't think it's F, but I'll put it there for you. All right, I will say when Melanie, right before we got married, because for those of you who don't remember, Melanie and I dated for like a very short amount of time before we got married. We went to a diner and she got pancakes with ice cream on top. Have you ever done that, Nick?
Here's what I'm going to tell you, just based on the principle of what ice cream and pancakes are. I mean, they can't be bad together, right?
Yeah, let's
I think the lowest.
The B tier.
I would say the reason it's B is because you can't do it too often.
Yeah, it's too much in the morning.
You can't do it every time you get pancakes. But butter and syrup, you got to do every time. Brother.
Agreed. Jam, I'm gonna put in A tier. Like strawberry.
I don't like
preserves,
jam, but I can get behind it.
Like the strawberry preserves, because they don't really have that on here. So when they say jam, that means like the jammy strawberries to me. All right, Nutella.
I mean, Nutella's fire.
Let's put it in B. Because again, it has that chocolate chip effect of drying it out and taking away the textural experience of the pancake.
I'm still sick over the chocolate chip. This whole tier list.
You said
nuts?
Yeah, what do you
nuts think? Are dude, I'll throw nuts with bananas. Like,
yeah, okay, C tier. I agree.
Here's what I'll tell you. If bananas are on them, I'm actively picking them off because it's an F tier. Peanut butter's S, bro. You ever have pancakes with peanut butter?
No. S?
You better get. I mean, all right.
All right, no, listen. If you want to put an S, I'll put an S. I mean,
sausage goes with bacon. Let's just call it what it is.
Yeah, I agree. Just because it's not a topping. Sprinkles on pancakes for me feels distracting. I don't love the idea of sprinkles.
I don't like it. I don't like it. I would be D, F, either one.
Yeah, let's do strawberries. Come
on,
strawberries.
You know what? Here's what I'll tell you.
At least B tier, above chocolate chips. I'll tell you that.
I'll put them. I mean, that's disgusting. But here's what I'll tell you: a cut up strawberry on a pancake, because strawberries are a little tartar. I feel like than other fruits. I think they add a good combo. I actually like strawberries on my pancakes. That's the one fruit.
Strawberry syrup, I don't care. F tier. Like, that sounds disgusting. Get the jam. Get the strawberries. Like, not the syrup.
I mean, whipped cream's a tricky one. Like, it's good.
Whipped cream's at least a B.
Yeah. I'm cool. I'm good with this list. I mean,
all right, I'm good with it.
Bananas are too high and chocolate chips are too low. So
bananas are too high, dude. Luckily the next tier list we're doing doesn't, like, you're gonna be fine with it because it has no bananas or anything.
Dude, me and bananas have mad beef. Like, I don't like. They're not a good fruit, and I feel disrespected when people tell me that they are a good fruit.
All right, well, for those that are listening, our F tier is apple, fried eggs, honey, sprinkles, strawberry syrup. D tier, bacon, sausage, which we just don't think should go.
If
on
you
top
come
of
at me
bagels.
with that, dude, I'm just gonna tell you the fact that it's even in D tier, you're lucky. All right, because
Yeah,
it's not
it's
a
just
topping.
not a topping. Yeah, chocolate syrup. Then C tier is banana and nuts. B is blueberries, ice cream, Nutella, whipped cream. So all kind of similar except for the blueberries. A is strawberries. I don't know why, but chocolate chips. Chocolate chips is popular. I don't think it belongs to be there. Cinnamon. That strawberry preserves jam you throw on. And then S is obviously butter and maple syrup. And with a cantalopian like take, Nick wants to put peanut butter up there too. We'll have to give it a
I'd
try.
be
I've
happy
never
with
had
peanut
it
butter
before.
in A tier.
I've
I
never
feel
had it
actually
before.
move peanut butter in A tier
Okay.
real quick because butter and maple syrup are clearly
They're their
just-
own category.
they're head and shoulders
yeah,
above.
They're their own
So
category.
we really can't put anything else with them.
All right, so now we're going to jump to another tier list, which I actually made on my own. So go me. Sauce tier list. Now, here's what I tried to do, Nick, okay, is I was looking at the ones that they already had made, and I felt like it just wasn't very good. It was a little confusing. Like, also, what's a dip and what's a sauce? Like, you're going to notice guacamole is on here, which you can
I'm cool with
absolutely...
that.
You can
I'm
call
cool
it a
with that.
dip, but it actually translates to avocado sauce, whereas, like, spinach and artichoke is clearly a dip.
Well, that's
So-
an F tier sauce. So I'm glad that's not even an option.
I love spinach. Well, but
The
other thing is there was like McDonald's sauces, Wendy's sauces, all these things. I tried to bring in like everything, but here's the thing. The pictures, I want us to, if we have to be more expansive, then be more expansive. Like it just represents the idea of that. It's not like, oh, that specific thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I figured that.
Let me add a F tier row because for some reason we don't have an F tier row. Real quick. Okay, there we go. Oop.
Well, you got to make it capital.
I
That's
know,
super embarrassing.
lowercase f. That's humiliating. All right, so, we're going to do sauce. And this is like a big thing because these are like the sauce. So let's start. I'm going to go out of order, Nick. And so I don't want you to just start commenting. I'm going to present it to you. And let's start with probably like the one to start with, which is ketchup. Where does ketchup fall for you on the sauces? I know it's a condiment, but it's a dipping sauce. The idea here is dipping. C. All right.
Highest.
All right.
Dude, it really it's only better on one item than some of these other sauces.
And that's French fries?
That's French fries.
Yeah.
I'm not, you know what would really go with these chicken nuggets, dude? Ketchup. You know, I will say it goes really great with a bacon, egg, and cheese. And I think that and the breakfast sandwich combo puts it in the C, but I think ketchup is an overrated topping.
Yeah, I mean, ketchup is a gateway topping. Okay? It's like if you don't like sauce as a kid, ketchup is, the gateway that they get you into other sauces. But once you start exploring other sauces, I just can't see myself ever thinking of ketchup as the first thing I would want. What do you think about ranch?
I hate ranch.
God,
I don't like
awful.
I don't like salad dressing.
So D tier?
No. So here's what I'm going to say. I think the popularity of ranch,
Ranch is better than ketchup.
Ranch, dude, I hate to say it as someone who hates ranch. Ranch, I think, is an S or A tier sauce.
Okay, good. I agree. Let's not be so quick to. Let's put it in B, and we'll see where it shakes out. Okay, we'll see where it goes. Okay,
Yeah.
What about blue cheese?
Blue cheese is F. No, get it out of here.
So I will say I'm a ranch guy. Melanie's a blue cheese person, and I'm not quite F with blue cheese, but it definitely is like. Ugh, it's just.
I've always found
gives me
that
the
you either love blue
heebie-jeebies.
cheese or you hate it. Like there's never like someone who's like, yeah, it's pretty good. It's like you either think it's F or an S. Like it's one or the other.
What do you think about sweet and sour sauce?
I mean, it's okay. Like,
See, this is where I do get worried about how unadventurous you are with food. You are kind of a plain Jane guy. I'm a little afraid of the integrity of the list. I'm nervous, dude.
here's what I'll tell you. Like, if it's in front of me, sweet and sour, like it'll get dipped. But me personally, I'm never going, yeah, yo, hook me up with that sweet and sour sauce. You know what I mean?
All right, well, let me ask you this question. So these kind of go together. So I brought two salsas. The first is like a more liquidy, spicy, hot salsa. It's like
That's S.
the yellow topped one that you get at Trader Joe's, Tapatio or
S.
whatever. Okay, agreed. It's either A or S. I will tell you,
Put it in A. I'm cool with A.
You know who always had that at their house, and that's where I developed a taste for it.
You.
No, your favorite, dude.
Paul.
Yeah. That's how I got into the
beef,
sauce.
dog.
But let me ask you about, okay, now regular salsa that doesn't have spice to it, but is like tomato chunks, is very chunky salsa.
I don't like chunky salsa.
So where would you put it? Is it better than now? Ketchup is
I think
becoming kind of the bar.
It's the baseline. I think it's slightly better than ketchup, but I don't.
So like
I don't even know.
It's it.
Yeah, dude, I don't know. What do you think?
I think ranch is low. I'm not a big. No, I'm with you.
I told you throw ranch up in S. I already said I was okay with it.
I think A is probably more appropriate, but I for me, I just feel like I used to like mango salsa, but now, yeah, it's just like it's too much, and it just feels like at that point, why don't I just get a spoon?
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
Yeah. All right,
dude. Is that sweet Thai chili right there?
That is sweet Thai chili.
Throw that bad boy up in S, dude. That's sweet Thai chili.
Dude, all right, you're bringing back my faith
fire.
in you. All right, you're bringing my faith in you, dude.
Sweet Thai chili is fuego.
Okay, so
dude.
you do like a little bit of spice. Okay, no, I'm glad you like that. What do you think of honey mustard? Because this was a big one for me.
And this is gonna break your heart, but honey mustard is horrible. That
does break my heart.
I don't like.
Is it worse than ketchup?
For me,
you're a sick person.
I don't like mustard.
Period. It's just tough when you've invested so much and you realize you're working with a sicko.
I would put honey mustard genuinely for me in D tier, but I know that's a hot take. I think most people would put it in B or.
I'll put it the low C, but like I'm disgusted.
I think most people would put it above ketchup. I think most people would put it above.
Getting real sick of you, dude, with that. But let me ask you a question: can we put Chick-fil-A sauce in S?
That's the quickest conversation in the world.
And here's the thing: I love the sweet Thai chili in S, but just like where maple syrup and butter sort of were like its own thing. Chick-fil-A stands above everyone and looks down. Like, that's just how it is. It's the best sauce out there. Wendy's used to have, what was it? The Impossible sauce or something like that. They got rid of it. They had a sauce very much. What do you think of marinara sauce?
I mean, bro, funny thing about marinara sauce, dog. Like when I eat mozzarella sticks, I don't even dip it, dude. I'm there for the cheese and bread only.
See, that is a thing that I feel like marinara sauce in that context
marinara
is perfect.
Screams D tier to me. Like,
D?
whatever. Yeah.
Wow.
Like
I mean, with breads, I think marinara sauce serves when it's served in the right function, serves its function perfectly. Oh,
so
you know what we don't have on here that I wish we did is tartar sauce, because I do love me some tartar. God, I'm just so sick of all your responses.
I don't like fish, dude.
Yeah, but there's no fish in the tartar sauce. It's pickles.
What's that?
And mayo.
Mustard? F.
Grey Poupon?
Mustard is gross.
Dijon mustard is F. I just need everyone to know this list does not represent me like almost at all at this point, but it's fine. Have you had the Polynesian sauce?
Yeah, that's A tier sauce.
I've never had it. Oh, it's A tier. Okay, well,
it's fire.
Okay, interesting.
Mayonnaise is F. Throw the mayonnaise in F.
Wow. Okay.
Red Hot S.
This is buffalo sauce. This represents buffalo sauce.
Well, that changes it.
Yeah, it does. That's why I wanted you to know that.
This one hurts, dude. I don't know. Because hot sauce is S. Hot sauce goes with pretty much anything. Buffalo sauce, dude. I'd put it in B. I'd throw it in B.
Yeah, it's very popular. That's for sure. What do you think about... Oh, we haven't talked about guac yet. Where does guac fit in here?
Guac's... like, my gut says S.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how you can't put guac in S.
I love guac.
Yeah, okay, great. Yeah, agreed. What about Thai peanut sauce? You ever have a peanut sauce?
D tier. Peanut sauce is disgusting on multiple levels.
I don't know what this. I think this might have been an accident. I don't even know what this is, so we'll skip that
I
one.
think that's honey mustard, dog.
No.
Yeah, it's honey mustard.
No, but this one's honey mustard. Maybe I.
Yeah, but so is that
I
one.
guess I included it twice because I love it so much. So we'll just.
Queso. Oh.
Well, yeah, queso in general, not just this orange queso necessarily, but cheese sauce, queso, that sort of vein in general.
Now, question: is it that nasty nacho cheese sauce? You know what I'm talking about?
I'm gonna let you make the call on that because I'm gonna tell you, Melanie has had like a hankering for that lately. I honestly, if I never had this stuff within a mile of me for the rest of my life, I'd be the happiest person.
That stuff is disgusting.
Yeah,
so I'm gonna go based on that.
Okay, F. Thank you.
That's
Appreciate
F.
that.
Yeah.
Okay, at least you.
Now that's a good list right there, folks.
So Chick-fil-A.
You know, no barbecue sauce. Barbecue's
Oh,
S.
yeah, there is no barbecue. Okay, yeah, barbecue would be
S.
A or S. I agree. Dude, I gotta tell you, going to Google and typing in dipping sauces, this is like what I could find. Like barbecue never came up. Great point. Like, why is that not here? I gotta tell you, the algorithms are out to do some dirty work with sauce. That's what I learned making this list. Like, there's some sauce lobbying happening that's disrupting the equity of the sauce market.
Dude, you really wait. Dude, blue cheese, mustard, mayonnaise, and and cheese sauce. I'm fine with that F tier. I'm happy with that F tier.
Well, I'll read it. I want to just say really quickly, this doesn't really represent me as much as it does Nick.
Now remember, guys, I have a palate of a 5-year-old. So
F tier, blue cheese, Dijon mustard, mayonnaise, orange gross cafeteria queso. D tier, marinara Thai peanut sauce, which I love Thai peanut sauce. C, ketchup, honey mustard, which I abhor that placement of honey mustard. B, salsa, like mild salsa with a lot of chunkiness, and buffalo sauce. A is sweet and sour, spicy salsa, mostly the one you get with the yellow top at Trader Joe's. Ranch and the Polynesian Chick-fil-A sauce, which now on your recommendation I gotta try, because we're always like, if there's no Chick-fil-A sauce, we're just not gonna get it, but I'm gonna throw the Polynesian in the mix. And then the S tier, which I do agree with and think we did a good job on, is Chick-fil-A sauce, stands alone. Thai, it's the sweet red chili sauce.
Sweet Thai chili, baby.
And then guacamole, which I know some of you might think is a dip, but I did look it up and it did fit into the list. So if you think we missed anything, feel free to reach out to us. But dude, good work. I mean,
if you disagree with us,
yeah, go ahead.
We hate you, and I hope you. Yeah, that's all.
In a loving way. But like, I'm gonna be honest. Right before we got on, I was like, maybe we don't do this today. But I'm glad we did, dude. Once again, I'm happy we did it.
I mean, I feel attacked, but it is what it is.
Feel attacked? No, I'm just saying I'm
controversial.
It's just, well, anyway. So listen, find us on Instagram. We're going to post these tier lists, and follow us on YouTube, comment on our stuff, yell at us, call us names, whatever. We'll see you later. Okay?
Peace.
Bye.